Every once in a while, I play a game of a certain genre thinking I know what to expect, and for the most part my playthrough of insanely twisted Shadow Planet held true to a Metroidvania experience, but had enough of its own character to make it a unique experience. In this Xbox exclusive that originally appeared on the Xbox 360, you play as a little alien dude who is exploring the insanely twisted Shadow Planet in a tiny flying saucer. You quickly realize that nearly everything on the planet is trying to kill you. You begin your journey with a scanner that tells you how to interact with the alien world, and when you point it at enemies tells you what tool to use to destroy them. As you progress through your playthrough, you will grab a whole bunch of weapons that you can use to access different areas and destroy the new aliens you encounter. From the start, flying around in the flying saucer is a complete blast. The physics involved in your flight, and especially wielding some of the tools you arm yourself with, adds to the overall enjoyment of the game. The heart of this game is exploration, and much like any other Metroidvania, you have a big map to explore that is not entirely open to you from the beginning. But don't worry, you will soon be opening it up with all of the fantastic weapons you acquire. My personal favorite weapon is the saw. There's something so satisfying about killing enemies with it and clearing away rock that bars your path. Another notable weapon that I enjoyed is the zap gun. You can find power-ups around the planet that will strengthen it and give it spread. You can also find power-ups sprinkled throughout the world to strengthen your shield. Aside from those weapons, you get a claw, a magnet, missiles, a shield, an electric shocker, and a laser beam. You will be fighting a wide variety of enemies in this game, each with their own special weakness, and some that can be beat with multiple weapons. It's a good thing that this game lets you swap weapons on the fly, because you will be doing this quite a bit through your adventure. The boss battles in this game are really fun to look at, but not too difficult at all. Once you learn the pattern and repeat it 3 times, you will beat any boss in the game. Most bosses will give you a weapon needed to progress further. The game is chock full of puzzles, and some of them require the use of specific items you have gathered. Like the bosses, the puzzles aren't difficult, and you will not be rage quitting anytime soon. Overall, they are a fun distraction. While you are exploring the insanely twisted Shadow Planet, you will come across artifacts. Collecting enough of these rewards you with a cutscene or concept art. The game has checkpoints in the form of glowing yellow orbs. You save your game by flying your saucer in the middle, which also recharges your health. Aside from that, the only other way to recharge your health is by collecting orbs from your fallen enemies. Let's talk about the graphics. They are haunting and atmospheric, using mostly muted and darker colors. The planet is made up of 5 worlds that each have their different visual elements. The game's art style reminds me of Limbo, and I have to admit it's a bit refreshing since most Metroidvanias try to emulate a more pixel art style of game. The music is really low key and takes a backseat to the action on the screen, which to me isn't a deal breaker. The game consists of a campaign and 2 online modes that I didn't get to try out. Lantern Run mode lets up to 4 players escort a lantern and race to the end of the stage, being chased by tentacles. And the Shadow Hunters is a variation of Lantern Run, except everyone escorts 1 lantern, which turns out to be a bomb set to blow up unless you recharge it. The goal is to plant the bomb and end the level. My only gripe with this game is that it's too short. It took me roughly 5 hours to complete the game, and the boss was not hard at all. I guess that's okay if you are looking for a Metroidvania game to play in between larger games. Overall, this is an enjoyable game to play that is worthy of your time and your hard drive space. You can buy this game for under $5 or just grab it this month on Xbox Games with Gold program. If you enjoyed this review, make sure that you give it a thumbs up, drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Thank you.